Hi there, thanks so much for watching the Real Estate FAQ. I'm Russ Brad Chulis with Keller Williams Realty and realestatewithruss.com. Today's video is about open houses and should I do an open house for my home and how many of them should I do? So you're a for sale by owner. You've chosen to try to sell your home on your own and you're wanting to know about open houses. Now, the first question that I have for you is why are you selling? Do you really need to sell your home? Or are you just kind of testing out the market to see what it'll bear? If you're testing out the market, why even bother with an open house? Why go through the effort? So let's just answer the question for people who are actually really needing to sell their property. Now, I will always recommend to do one big open house rather than a number of smaller open houses. When you do more than one open house, it makes the property and maybe even the seller look a bit desperate, like they really have to sell it and maybe something is wrong with that property because it didn't sell after the first open house. So as far as the how many open houses do, I recommend you do one, you do it big, and you do it right the first time. So how do you do this? You're doing your own open house. How do you make sure that you maximize the time and energy that you spend in prepping for it? First of all, we're going to talk about marketing. You've got to let everybody know that this open house is happening on whatever day and whatever time. Give them time. Don't tell them on Sunday morning that you're doing the open house that afternoon. Start on Wednesday. Put it up on Craigslist. Put it up in the, put flyers around the neighborhood. Door knock around the neighborhood where you're at and tell people that you're doing an open house this coming Sunday from 1 to 3. Or even put it in the paper. Wherever you think people would be looking for it, even at the grocery store, get the message out and do it with plenty of time for them to prepare so that they can move their plans around to be at your open house. Number 2, prepare your property for the open house. Make sure that it's perfectly clean. Think about some royalty is coming in from out of town and they're going to visit your place and they're going to critique it on how clean it is. That is how tidy and how neatly arranged your property should be. Also, I recommend having a friend or two at the open house. It makes the first attendees to the open house feel like they're not the first, and also it keeps your stuff safe. You have a couple of friends there to make sure no one's going to take anything. And lastly, have some information at the open house for whenever people come in and they want to know more about the place. Print up some flyers. Get some friends of yours to help you make some flyers and have those in the house ready to go because not everybody's going to remember every single detail about your property. And lastly, you should be tracking the people who go to your open house. Whether you do it on an old notebook format, whether you have them sign in on a laptop in an Excel spreadsheet, or whatever system works for you, make sure that you're tracking who it is who's coming into your open house. Otherwise, you're kind of wasting your time and you don't have a way to get back to those people. So that was how I would recommend you handle your open house. And of course, as a realtor, we do this all day long. So I would always recommend you hire a licensed real estate agent to sell your house for you. Let them do the open house because that's what you pay them to do, and their expertise is absolutely warranted when you hire that kind of an agent. Thanks so much for watching the talk today about open houses on the Real Estate FAQ with me, Russ Brad Chulis from Keller Williams Realty and realestatewithruss.com.